Welcome back to Good Day with Jean. Yesterday, we talked about the old man who painted his broken fence and unknowingly brought an entire neighborhood back to life. But today, I want to tell you the part of the story I didn't share. The part that explains why he chose blue when he could be chosen any color in the world. This is the moment that changed everything. A few days after the neighborhood transformed, people began leaving small gifts in front of the man's home: fresh bread, flowers, thank you notes. Nobody really knew him, but everyone felt they owed him something. One afternoon, a young girl, maybe 10 years old, gathered her courage and walked up to him. She tugged lightly at his sleeve and asked, "Grandpa, why did you paint it blue?" The old man paused, the kind of pause that tells you there's a story he hasn't told in a long time. He looked at the fence, looked at the girl, and then he smiled, a sad but gentle smile. And he said, "Because blue was her favorite color." The girl blinked. "Who?" she asked. The old man took a deep breath, and in that shaky breath was a whole lifetime of love, loss, and memory. He explained that years ago, his wife used to sit on a small wooden chair in front of that same fence, bright, laughing, always waving to neighbors passing by. She believed in talking to strangers, in smiling first, in planting flowers, in keeping the world colorful. But when she passed away, the street lost its light. And so did he. He said, "For a long time, I thought the world stopped needing color, because she wasn't here to see it." But recently, he saw how quiet the street had become, how people stopped noticing each other, how everything felt dull and heavy. And something inside him whispered, "Bring back her color." So he walked to the hardware store and bought one small can of blue paint. The cheapest one, the closest to the shade she loved. And with the first stroke of blue, he suddenly felt her with him in the breeze, in the sunlight, in the laughter he hadn't heard in years. He wasn't trying to fix the neighborhood. He wasn't trying to inspire anyone. He was just trying to bring a little piece of her back to the world. What he never expected was that his small act of love would wake up something inside everyone else, too. The grandmother smiling from her window. The teenager sweeping the street. The kids laughing outside. Neighbors talking again. Kindness spreads quietly, and love has a way of echoing far beyond where it begins. And all of it started with the color she loved. So if you've ever wondered whether the little things you do matter, remember this: sometimes the smallest act of love becomes the reminder someone else needs to choose hope again. And tomorrow, I'll tell you the final chapter of this story, the moment the neighborhood decided to give something back to the old man that he never saw coming. You won't want to miss it. This is Good Day with Jean, bringing color back to your day, one story at a time. Don't forget to subscribe for the next chapter.